Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. Hope you had a great weekend. What was that about?
Well, what a weekend. Another one.
I know. 2 consecutive big news weekends, man.
Yep.
Jeez. I mean, I just find myself scrolling through X all weekend.
Right.
Because X has the breaking news now. It's crazy.
All of a sudden, it's back on track.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. So we'll talk about the news that happened over the weekend.
Okay.
And give you our thoughts. We'll also talk about, of course, the local stuff. St. Johns County Sheriff Rob Hardwick bringing attention to an unsolved case.
Oh.
Talk about why. We'll talk about a St. Johns County rum producer getting into some new stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about a smelly community.
Yeah, I was thinking Riberia. Like, what's going on here?
No. Thought it was me.
A home was destroyed, and we'll talk about Passport Saturday as well.
Oh, that's a really nice feature, though. It's nice.
It is a good thing. Yeah, it's a really good thing. So we'll talk about all that and more. Glad to have you in here with us. Let's start by talking about Bozard Ford Lincoln. All right. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. They are a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine, founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. The Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've got that state-of-the-art service facility, 91 climate-controlled bays out there, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance. Plus, you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage. Proud recipients of the Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offering the best in pricing, selection, and service. Visit Bozard Ford Lincoln today, just off 95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. Also, the Florida Man Games. Go to thefloridamangames.com. And if you use, I'm actually going to give our listeners the promo code for, I think it's 20% off general admission tickets right now. You guys are getting this before anybody else is. So if you go in there, go to buy your general admission tickets and you use the code RD2. What do you think that stands for?
Round 2.
Round 2.
Oh. Well, good. You don't want it to be so easy. Then every Tom, Dick, and Harry can be able to get the discount.
There
this
you go.
Is nice.
Yeah. So go there. Right now, it's a locals-only discount, so check it out. RD2. When you buy your general admission tickets, you'll get 20% off those. It's a deep discount.
That's amazing.
That
Great.
is. Yeah. Go to thefloridamangames.com and see what is new.
Look, St. Johns County, we got to rattle the cage this year. I want a huge response from everybody around locally. Right?
Yeah. I got to tell you, the locals could have turned out better last year.
That's what I'm saying. We've got room to grow.
But I have high confidence that we are going to have a much higher local turnout this year. I mean, everybody who missed it was very, very sad they missed it.
What you can see behind the scenes, you guys, is incredible. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I will actually be out next week, Monday and Tuesday, going up to New York to talk about some Pretty big news for the Florida Man games.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at you, fancy pants. Good.
Yeah. Won't tell you what that is just yet, but it's going to be
Pack
big.
all black.
Pack all black.
Yes,
Why?
that's the language up there. Yes.
Is that
No
the
color
language?
in your wardrobe, just
Okay.
all black.
Yeah, he's
Sad people up there.
No, it's just
sad.
serious people.
No.
They don't have time for the
He's
bull
a Florida
roar.
Man games.
Well, he has a black Florida Man game shirt.
Come out in some Tommy Bahama or
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
right, yeah.
Really freak
You don't
them
get
out.
labeled. No.
No.
Look, you want to win? I'm going to tell you how to win in the streets of New York City. I got confidence in that one, at least, okay?
All right.
I'll be there.
Thank you,
I'll
Davey.
be there Thursday, Friday, not wearing black.
No, we know, but you're there for leisure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You never know. Business pops up everywhere.
God bless you. God bless you.
All right. Troy, Davey, how you guys doing this morning?
Oh, it is a wonderful Monday.
It's a little bit lighter today, isn't it?
Yes.
Happy Monday, everybody.
It's a little bit lighter.
Air slider.
Yes,
All right. Lots of. Okay. I could have gone a lot of places.
Right.
But I won't.
Lighten the loafers.
Question of the day, Troy.
Question of the day. All you got to do is tell me, what do you think the worst French fries are? The worst French fries.
Oh.
Like from a place or the actual like fry itself, how it's cut.
You answer any way you want. I didn't put guidelines on this.
Gotcha.
Jamie.
Okay.
I love the openness.
Let's see. I am going to go
It's light today. Monday light.
I'm going to do the curly fries from Arby's. Are the
No,
worst.
Heartbreak Hotel. They're so good.
No way, man. They are not good. They're trying too hard with those curly fries out there at Arby's. They really are. Their crinkle fries are okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just tried their burger last night. You know, they got that burger now.
Oh, excuse me. They have the meats. How was it?
Yes.
Ish? Was it good?
Pretty okay.
Okay.
Was there-
Better than Whataburger?
No.
Okay.
No. Although I haven't been going to Whataburger a whole lot lately.
You haven't?
No.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't either. They were
Yeah.
like not that impressed. I've heard.
Mm.
I don't know. Steak fries, period, done. I'm over it. Yeah.
All steak fries.
Father thought that it would be so cool to make homemade fries. I'm like, Dad, they never turn out good. They're like these
Yeah, you
gigantic.
can't do 'em
no,
homemade.
come on.
You can't do 'em
They're,
homemade.
they're just like pithy potatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Blah.
I'm-
Huh.
and staying with that same vein, mine's Wendy's. I cannot stand Wendy fries.
Yeah, they're too potatoy.
Yeah, they're
Wendy's
just,
fries?
They're just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're chalky in your mouth.
They changed the recipe too, and now they're even worse than they
Yeah,
were before.
yeah, I'm not
I
However,
don't think
Burger
there's any
King-
potato in those anymore.
But Burger King, remember when they changed their recipe over and it
Yeah, and it
actually
was
was a
worse.
success?
No.
Oh, it was worse for you guys.
For me, it was
I-
worse because they used to have fries that were very similar to McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's why they changed them to
True
be a
story.
little bit different.
They're crunchy.
They should have kept them very similar to
What
McDonald's.
was your feeling on Checkers fries?
I just had Checkers. Just had Checkers with Carter out there in Tampa a week ago, and their fries are okay, but we fed most of them to the seagulls.
The seasoned fries of
Never had checkers before in my life.
Yeah,
Never.
Checkers can be hit or miss.
Okay.
very seasony.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's more seasoning than fry.
What? No one said waffle fries. You guys are okay with them?
Oh yeah, I like Chick-fil-A waffle
Me
fries.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really good.
Yeah, but if they get undercooked, ooh.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
Yeah.
like when they get a floppy
Yeah.
waffle fry,
Yeah.
it's like,
You
oh,
don't,
okay.
yeah. I didn't want a limp noodle. I wanted to fry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Since
Yeah,
we've
there's
given
something-
every answer in the book, I don't know how anybody has anything to say in comments.
I mean, J. Alexander shoestring fries. Oh, you know, like the really teeny tiny ones.
Mhm.
Those are so good.
Mm.
Those are my favorite.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Now, McDonald's, if they're hot, it's the best still. So
Really?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Sandra said
McDonald's.
Five Guys is the worst.
No,
Ooh.
Five Guys is the worst at nothing.
Really?
There is
I'm
nothing
sorry.
I
Five
don't
Guys
think I've
is
ever
the
had their
worst at.
fries.
Five Guys fries, I think, are solid.
They're pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you had Hazel hot dogs fries here locally?
No.
Oh, those fries are amazing.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, those fries are really
Anything distinct that makes them amazing?
It's just they're super fresh right out of the fryer.
They're done
I
right.
make a pretty good French fry.
You do?
Do you really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Blake-
What's your secret?
I just cutting it fresh, dry them out, and then
So you do it from scratch?
Yeah.
Really?
But like, how do you
Okay.
cut them? You julienne them? How do you do this here?
I cut them in like the same type of squares that McDonald's does.
So really thin.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez, can you teach my dad when you pass? I'm just saying. He needs
Yeah,
a
I'll
lesson
I'll
up in
talk to
heaven.
him.
Yeah.
When I get there, I'll talk to him. about
God, he needs some help. with
First
that.
stop, cooking heaven fries. There you go. All right.
Everything tastes so good up here.
Right? I bet it all tastes great. All right. It's now time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
Partly cloudy.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. We go to the booth for our traffic report. What you got, guys?
We've got traffic.
Okay. Hey, there's the good Mario Kart right there.
Good one.
There we go. All right. Mario's Raceway, I think we're on. All right. I'm paying attention. No attention to the real traffic.
No one is.
I
There's all types of chaos out there.
wish I had turtle shells to fire at some drivers.
Red ones.
The red
Yeah, the
ones.
red ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the blue ones. Yep. Yep. All right. Well, all right.
Oh,
So
wow.
we got the commercial coming.
Yeah, Nike.
Nike owes us a check now.
Totally.
Good deal.
Great.
That comes to us from Alace Med Spa. Experience the ultimate rejuvenation at Alace Med Spa, where science meets tranquility. World-class treatments will transport you to a state of pure bliss, and their radiant skin facials will unlock your natural glow for the perfect harmony of wellness and beauty. It's Alace Med Spa. Go to alace.com and see what's new. Get on one of those membership plans. It's a great deal.
15% off of services. And say my name, just saying. You get $100
right.
off. Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely.
If you're a new customer and you go in there and you mention Davey, you get 100% off.
That worked.
No, I mean $100.
Nice.
They're like, let's order the house. I want to take a machine home with me. Give me that laser.
It worked over the weekend. A lot of people cashed in on that. Telling you guys, just say it, and it'll $100 off is
Good.
amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. That's how you know when you're a true celebrity, when you have your own promo code.
Come through.
Alace.com. See what they got for you. All right. Just a reminder that voter registration is the deadline for that for the primary is today.
Oh.
A lot of talk about voting recently. Lots and lots and lots of talk about voting recently. So, speaking of that, President Biden has dropped out of the race.
Okay.
This is
Where's our opening story today?
Jeez. He begged Trump for that debate, and that it was just a fast downhill slope from there.
Be careful what you ask for.
Be very careful what you ask for. Make my day, tough guy.
I don't know.
He
I
made
feel
your
like
day.
this was a blessing, though. I feel like
This was, well, I don't know.
Think about being a president, okay? And then all of a sudden, you obviously are not mentally capable of leading the country anymore.
All of a sudden.
But I mean, to
No, I
us,
see where you're
us
going.
people, you
Sure.
know where I'm going. You want to leave a legacy, and so I feel like there's a lot of call for him to step down now, as opposed to finishing out the rest of his term. So
Right,
I'm
yes,
like,
there is.
I
Well,
am empathetic. I am
That's good.
empathetic.
That's good to be empathetic. That's a good personality trait.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, you don't want to see anybody suffer. I mean, even
No.
if you politically are against this person, it's got to be a very challenging time because your mind is your strongest asset for a person who's has to be quick on his feet. And we can say what we want about President Biden, and there's a lot of haters that are going to hate on him, but he kept that position for 50 years.
Yeah, 54 years.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't be a dummy and keep doing that. You don't necessarily have to like his policies,
True.
but he has to have some qualities to keep that position. It's not like a poo-poo position. I mean, he was a senator, and then he was a vice president. And now he made it to president. He made it to the pinnacle. It's really sad to see somebody fall off like that. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much the American people got to watch Joe Biden's entire life. He was in front of the camera, and he was at the forefront of politics for a very, very long time.
Everything's documented.
Yeah, everything's documented. You can see his entire progression of life out there. But he is definitely at a point where I think a lot of people are worried, not just for him, but about his ability to carry out the jobs, the very, very important jobs of the leader of the country, and in many, many senses, the leader of the world. And when we see performances like that, he just hasn't come out in front of the camera very, very often during his presidency. He just hasn't. So I think when the nation kind of got to see him for hours at a time, it was a lot of people got scared. Well, a lot of people got worried.
My thought is how long has this been going on? I I mean, how long has it been?
That's true. How much of the cover up happened? Yeah.
Mike Lewis could have told you.
I'm sure. So you should see this text feed he sent to me. Oh my God.
He said it in 1973 or whenever. Realistic answers. How long has it really been this bad? And
well,
like you said, they've kept him out.
Yeah.
So we really don't know. It's like that movie Dave, where they replaced the president who had a stroke and he looked just like him.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I forgot about that movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think they had to know for a while. I mean, I think a lot of people on the inside knew, but when the whole nation kind of got to see it, kind of changed a lot of people's opinion. So I don't think he had any other option but to do what he's doing now. It'll be interesting to see because Democrats are still calling for him to not finish out his, I mean, Democrats and Republicans still calling for him not to finish out his presidential term, just kind of saying, look, if you're not healthy enough to do this for another 4 years, are you even healthy enough to do this for another 8 months or whatever it may be? So it'll be very interesting. It'll be very interesting to see who replaces him because everybody kind of thinks the shoe-in is Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm. He did come out and endorse her yesterday.
He did.
So did the Clintons. Whoopie do. I know.
For the most part. But what was very, very interesting is I don't believe President Obama came out and endorsed her.
He did not.
He did not.
It was interesting. He did not.
He's kind of the...
That was the news yesterday, yeah.
He's kind of the patriarch, if you will, right now. He's kind of the father of the Democratic Party.
He did not.
He's the one people look to and go.
Yeah, and he did not yesterday.
Yeah.
He said, great for Joe.
What would Obama do? That's, what's he doing? Okay, I'm with that. That's the biggest one.
I mean, he really still, in many ways, sets the tone for the Democratic Party, and he did not come out and endorse Vice President Kamala Harris, which was interesting.
Well, she doesn't have a VP yet either. I mean, who's she going to pick? I don't. If she gets the seat.
I mean, he could still come out and say, I know she can handle the job. I think she will be great, but I don't think she's the final pick yet.
They're running polls left and right now.
They're running polls.
They have to August 19th?
They've been doing that, yeah. Well, I don't know exactly what their deadline is for her to make a choice, right?
The 19th.
At the conventions when it all
the official homework is due, right? That's the announcement.
It would be interesting because she has traditionally polled some of the lowest in the Democratic Party as far as approval.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to try and replace somebody like Joe Biden, whose approval ratings have just tanked so hard, and replace him with somebody whose approval ratings are even lower. I think it's, RFK came out and made a very interesting case.
Very interesting, yeah.
I think that was the most press he'd ever gotten.
Right.
I think it would be smart of the Democrats to at least have a conversation with him, because just as far as his public perception is okay, I guess, but he's got name recognition out there. He has been doing a lot of groundwork to get his name and his platform out there. And then I think the real gangbuster for the Democratic Party is recruiting Michelle Obama. I really, really do.
Mm-hmm.
I just think...
I think whoever
I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years, since 2016, that I think Michelle Obama is the only person who can actually beat Donald Trump. Well, a lot of people say she doesn't want it until, like we said, maybe Barack Obama has not endorsed Kamala Harris because they're still on the fence about this, and I just, I think that is, she would be the biggest threat.
I think whoever runs at this point from the Democrat side, because the Democrats have lost trust with the people in the middle, because of the cover up, and they've lost trust with the people in the middle. I think whoever the Democrats throw up there is kind of a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah,
mostly. They're shooting for 28. But we'll see what happens. I don't. It's so late in the game. I don't see Michelle coming in this late in the game. And if she was in earlier, I think she would have had a chance, but I don't know. But Trump can say something at any time and lose everybody in the middle again. So he just
we have a long way to go.
Yeah, it's a long way to November.
A great example of somebody losing everybody when he had a lot of momentum was Ron DeSantis right here in Florida. I mean,
wow,
there was a point
right.
where, there was a point where I remember saying, hey, Trump, get out of the way and just let DeSantis take it,
Right.
because he had so much momentum going into that. And then a couple of months, it didn't take much for him to lose all that momentum.
Yeah.
I think it would be, if Michelle Obama was planning to get in this race, I think this would actually be a pretty opportune time for one reason, and that is she got to skip all of the
primaries.
She got to skip all the primaries. She got to skip all of the trash talk, all of that nasty, not all of it, but much of the nasty political things that could be thrown her way. And, I'm still interested to see if there's going to be another debate, if they're going to kind of hold to the schedule of Trump and whoever it's going to be now.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think you almost have to have that just to see.
Just
how
to have some sort of something.
You have to do
Yeah.
at least one.
My question to the both of you is what about the money situation from the Biden-Harris campaign?
Where's that war chest?
Where is that?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And what does that do? And what does that affect administratively? Not that the Democrats need an easy ticket right now and just roll over Biden-Harris and then Harris just rolls right in and then everybody still has their job. I don't know if they need the easy ticket right now. They need the right ticket to obviously save their party. It's going to be very interesting in the next couple of weeks and days. Yeah.
It really is. And I just don't know where they go from here. I mean, it has to be impactful. I think Joe Biden dropping out of the presidency, at least, if we're looking at this in political terms, at least it shifts the momentum, the conversation, not necessarily the momentum, but the conversation back to talking about the Democratic wing of the parties. But it's going to be a tough climb because most people just have not had the time to sink their feet in, develop a platform, and make the case to Americans about why they should be picked for president. I mean, they're just coming in so
There's
late.
no
This is why,
policy.
again,
Where's
yeah.
policy? I haven't heard a damn thing about policy.
Right. You're exactly right.
This is the thing I'm talking about, that sacrificial lamb. Is it a time where they sacrifice Robert Kennedy, who hasn't been 100% faithful to the Democratic Party?
Right.
He just recently left the Democrat Party and realized he wasn't in the pipeline. But is it a time where the Democrats go, you know what? Let's just throw him out there, and he's got the name. He's got the Kennedy name.
Another dirty politic moment, though.
His dad was a front runner in '68, and his uncle won in '60. So I mean, he's got the pedigree. But we're not going to win, so let's just throw him out there.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that.
He lost half of his family over it. I mean, they're not supporting him. I wonder.
I just think it's at this point he's so much of an outsider that it would be tough for them to adopt what he brings to the table. I really, really do.
Ross Perot out there.
Yeah. But I do think he deserves time to at least tell people what he's all about. I think he's got some very, very good ideas.
All I know is the cringy commercials from Super Bowl. That's all I remember. Do you remember that?
From Super Bowl?
Yeah, remember he had like some Super Bowl ads that went out there and people were like, what? Yeah.
No. No, I think it's tough for him because the entire political machine is working against him. I mean, I think that's very, very obvious.
That's what I'm saying. I think who's ever out there is a sacrificial lamb. I think they've already said, okay, we got to focus on it. In sports, it would be a rebuilding year, like the Jaguars have been doing for 35 years.
Yeah, since their inception. Yeah. No, I would just caution Republicans to if the Democrats really want to win, they'll run Michelle Obama. I don't know if she wants to do it. I guess that depends on if she wants to do it or not. But they never moved out of Washington, so they stayed in that kind of political hub. They still want to be involved in politics. Barack Obama has probably been involved in some sort of politics behind the scene. Like we said, he's kind of the leader of the Democratic Party. He really is. People listen to what he has to say. So I think a lot of people on the Democratic side would be thrilled to have the Obamas back in the White House. And I think that's the only shot they've got.
You know who thinks who has a shot? Gavin Newsom thinks he has a shot.
Gavin Newsom is
guys. Come
no
on.
shot. He's got no shot. They really want him to have a shot, but he's got no shot. He's got no shot. Yeah. But that came out of nowhere. I didn't expect to hear that news over the weekend that he was dropping out. And I know a lot of other people didn't either. But
Well, Blake actually said it would happen on Sunday. I thought it would happen at the Democratic convention. I thought everyone else would see it and go, "Okay, we got to do something."
Yeah.
But yeah, Blake made the call, said it would happen on Sunday, and he nailed the day. On Mike's show on Thursday evening.
I do find it interesting that this very scenario has been part of their game plan since he was running for president in 2019. It's very interesting. I remember seeing this interview, and I dug up the clip over the weekend. I should have sent it to you, Blake, and I totally forgot to. But there is a clip where he is talking to CNN, and he's talking to Jake Tapper, maybe on CNN, and he asked the question, what happens if you and Vice President Harris have a disagreement? And Joe Biden, I think, was very much slipped this out, and you can see Kamala, as he's saying this, just going, no, don't say that. Mm-hmm. But at one point he says, well, if there's a fundamental disagreement and I need to take a break, then I'll just develop a disease and I'll step aside. Mm-hmm. I found that very, very interesting that he was saying that in 2020 when I pulled this clip, that obviously there had been discussions as early as back then with Joe Biden.
That's the game plan.
He didn't know.
That was part of the game plan.
He didn't know what he was saying.
I can't. Do you know he knows he's not in the race yet?
Right. Yeah.
It was very interesting. I'll have to see if I can find that clip. But yeah. So it's going to get weird from here. It definitely is.
Yeah. I mean, it's been weird. I'm so used to weird at this point.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
It's so
we're talking, we got 6 months.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Well, we got 6 months of him as president right now. Mm-hmm. We got 4 months because it's November.
And we got some heavy stuff going on too. Yeah. So let's make sure everybody hold them up.
Yeah, man.
How do you think they're feeling in like the Middle East right now? Like,
right. They don't have their stuff together out there in America.
Yeah.
Just keep writing checks, and it's just like, where's it going?
It will be very interesting. It'll be very interesting if he turns it over to Kamala Harris, and then all of a sudden we have a situation that is deemed a national emergency where she can't leave.
I hate that I don't know her. Like, I don't know her, you guys. Like, for 4 years, I don't know what she did. I just know, like, a couple memes of her being in a coconut tree or some crap. Like, I don't know anything about her, and that bugs me.
Right, yeah, and nobody really does. She's... we talk about how
First
little
woman
Joe Biden was
prosecutor.
on camera over the last 4 years. She's been on camera even less. You just don't hear about her wins very often, right?
Right.
You just don't hear about her successes very often. So,
well, you don't see the Pittsburgh Pirates on SportsCenter very often either.
Right. Exactly.
That's true.
Why?
That's true.
If the team ain't good, it ain't getting any ratings.
Did they just keep her as a pit bull in a basement and not like have her out in front of the public? Why?
Yeah.
For this moment? Because maybe they were planning since 2019 for this moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
This is all weird.
It's unprecedented.
Kelly made a good point. She actually does talk in circles.
She does, bro.
And she just
worse than me.
she'll get one talking point, which means absolutely nothing, but it also doesn't get her in trouble either. And she just holds on to it. It's like, okay, here's what you're allowed to say.
Yeah. I would like to make a reservation.
Say it several times over and over.
I'd like to make a reservation. Making the reservation is what you would like, and liking it is what your reservation is. What
and
made
a reservation is when you hold a spot for yourself at a particular place,
and that is what is made.
It's like
that is what I will do. Yeah. I know.
Round and round.
Pete, when you and I were on the radio, we would do that a lot. We would repeat ourselves while we're working on trying to get something else going.
Yeah.
It's
time filler.
Yeah, it's time filler. Like, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I think it's time to do this. Okay, I'm doing this.
Repeat the last 3 words of every sentence you can get through any conversation.
So it was.
Yamala.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, we rarely talk politics on this show, but these last couple of weekends have been
so
major and unprecedented in American politics over the last 50 years that it's just, we need to get this out.
Yeah.
We need to get this out for our own selves. And I want to hear what people in the comments have to say about this stuff. Yeah. I know, man. Like, we can't be the only ones thinking some of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, very interesting. All right. Half the show's gone, and we haven't even gotten into our first real story.
That's fine. We just had to do that.
Sheriff Hardwick was on Nancy Grace, bringing attention to the unsolved Haley Cummings case. Did you guys see this over the weekend?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it was funny to me.
Nancy Grace?
Yes. Oh my God, she was so serious. I mean, I know it's a serious case, but like her
it's
serious
kind of a
is
serious
weird,
case.
right? It's a very dramatic serious.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's a very over the top serious, but obviously this is a very serious story. Sheriff Hardwick recently did appear on, I guess it was her podcast, to discuss the ongoing investigation. Does she not have a TV show anymore?
Oh wow.
She only has a
don't know.
podcast.
God bless her.
I mean, the podcasts are where everybody's going. But
Yeah.
when you're on TV, you usually have a TV show and then a podcast. Maybe she still has a TV show. I don't know. I
I
haven't
don't know.
watched her in a
I
long
just
time.
can't. She's the type of person that when I watch her, she tells you everything she knows, like how great she is and stuff like that. She asks you a question. She answers the question for you.
Right, yeah.
And then she asks you what you think about her answer. Then
She's like
answers for
every
you.
relative in my family. Yeah, that's exactly
Really?
how they all
Yeah.
talk. My aunts are all like that.
You know, I was a prosecutor, and when I was a prosecutor, that comes up in every question she asks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know this is fact. No, you
Hardwick,
don't.
how
No,
are we feeling about this information?
Right.
Hardwick,
Right.
Hardwick, are
Yeah.
you there?
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yeah. She was very interesting, but obviously, Sheriff Hardwick takes his case personally. This was a case that apparently he worked on when he was in charge of homicide investigations at the time. And so he is, he did a good job of going on the national scale and helping bring attention to this again and trying to find new answers in this case. Again, it seems like something that the sheriff does take personally. It says here that Haley would be 20 years old today,
Wow.
and her case remains an unsolved homicide. During the discussion, they talked about the many inconsistencies in the mother's story.
Mm-hmm.
And Sheriff Hardwick said the story changed just about every single time they talked to her. So it seems like she knows what's going on. She knows what actually happened that day, and to this day, she's just not given the full story, which is very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
They say Hardwick still holds out hope that Haley might be alive, and drawing parallels in other cases where missing children have been found as adults. It has happened before.
Mm-hmm.
Crime Stoppers of Northeast Florida offering a $15,000 reward for tips that lead to the arrest in Haley's case. If you have any information, call 888-277-8477. You can remain anonymous, they say. A St. Johns County rum producer is starting a new project. A bakery, a distillery, a restaurant, and an airplane on an island?
Whoa, what are we doing? This is awesome.
I don't know.
Wow.
A St. Johns County-based maker of vanilla spiced rum, planning a major new development. Maddie Rum, known for its unique rums,
Yeah.
is looking to build a 2-story restaurant, a bakery, a distillery, and greenhouses on a 6-acre site in St. John's.
Okay.
Wow. A lot going on there, huh?
That's awesome.
The project submitted by MAI Engineering Services includes over 46,000 square feet
Bro, it's huge.
of improvements on 207, just west of I-95. Co-owners and brothers, Shane Shetler and Travis James, who also run several St. Augustine restaurants.
Sheltra.
Say it 9 times.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If I,
It's a hard one.
I'm having some dyslexia here on this story.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Troy.
Shane
Troy.
Sheltra. I wore off on you. It's entirely my fault.
You need to wear the
I think this was
anti-dyslexia
also
cologne.
auto-corrected.
I don't think I've ever tried to say his name on air.
I know. I don't think I've said the last name on
You
air
did.
ever.
We interviewed him, dude.
They're close. They're close
Yeah.
friends, and I don't think I've ever. And I even
Well,
screwed up his name.
They
You
don't like
nailed
us.
it for
they
his-
don't like us anymore.
Yes, they
They
do.
don't like us anymore.
You nailed it on his interview. Remember, he
Yeesh.
came in for the for a cause in February.
Yeah.
He was here
No,
Yes.
with Carly. Yeah. Anyway.
They're a good family.
Yeah,
They
that's
are.
great
'Cause
stuff.
It's like all four of the family, the two brothers and the mom and dad, and they all have equal parts. And the way they run the business, they're a good family. I don't know if the parents are involved in this portion of the business, but they're a good family to work with.
This is a big place. 46,000 square feet. Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're planning on having an 11,000 square foot restaurant with a tropical themed menu
Cool.
and an attached gift shop, a 10,000 square foot distillery, 10,000 square foot bakery, 5,500 square foot maintenance building and a pond with a waterfall and an ornamental plane.
I love a water feature.
I love an ornamental plane.
Welcome to
I'm wondering
Rum.
how big is this going to be? Like a full-size plane?
Yeah.
It's a plane.
Very
Rumland.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Additionally, the project will include about a 7,000 square foot greenhouse Madagascar experience.
Okay, that's going to be cool. A little
Right? This
humid,
is
but that's going to be
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
Are they going to have the penguins there?
I
Madagascar,
That's
you're
the best part about
right.
Madagascar, the movie, is the penguins.
don't
You're
think
right.
it's going to be the movie theme. That'd probably be expensive to license out from the movie.
Not if you spell it wrong.
Madagascar.
Yeah, happy if you have penguins. I'm just there. I love me some penguins. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think there's going to be. I
my
think
gosh.
penguins instantly die when they come to Florida if they're not in a
No,
frozen
the penguin
location.
experience at SeaWorld's amazing.
Oh, okay. We found out Troy's obsession with penguins.
Very passionate. If you put that passion into the turtles, I'd like to see that happen, okay? Fill in those holes out there.
Yeah. So
There's going to be a large parking lot, they say, located on 207 with a smaller lot on Deer Park Boulevard. The county requested revisions to the plans due to narrow lots and required environmental assets, including wetland delineation report.
Oh, yeah, they got to make
Boy,
sure.
I'm good with words this morning.
You're doing great.
You actually said that.
Hello,
correctly.
delineation. Yeah.
On
Not just
an
a hat rack.
environmental resource permit from the St. Johns River Water Management. Now I feel like
Yeah,
I
every
feel like-
word you're saying, you're concentrating on.
I feel like Joe now, and you're Jill. You did so great. You said all the words right.
You're doing great.
We did it, Pete.
You did it, buddy. You can read.
Mr. Malfoy.
40. Matty Rum was founded in 2016. Specializes in rum spice with vanilla beans from Madagascar.
Cool.
Partnering with
That's the real stuff, by the way. That's
Yeah.
the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no beaver butts.
No, that's like the real deal, buddy. Madagascar don't play.
They supply 80% of the world's vanilla. Did you know that?
Yeah.
80% of the world's vanilla.
That's dope.
The project is expected to take over 2 years to develop, with hopes for a faster timeline.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping too.
Sounds like a very unique experience, though, man. I love it when people do something that's just so far out of the box
Yeah.
that nobody else has thought of yet.
And
So
you
that
can
sounds
tell
really
this
cool.
is obviously like a dream, or you know what I mean, like a goal that they had with this to build it. That's going to be awesome. Because I believe the land was purchased like years and years ago, and I'm sure that they just drove out there and just, you know, if you build it, they will come kind of moment. You know,
Yeah.
cool.
It sounds very interesting, man. I like it. I like the idea. All right, I don't love that gas prices are going up. It is Gas Buddy Gas Report time. Let us know in the comments where you are seeing good prices for gas. We would appreciate it. We will start with the Gate at 1900 Mizell Road. How are they at the top of the list? They're at 308 this morning. Wow. We got the Citgo at 1099 South Ponce. They are at 325. The Shell at 146 King Street, 328. We got the Gate at 4075 US 1 North at 329. The Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard, 329. The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce, 329 as well. The Owens at 780 South Ponce, 329. The Mobile and Circle K, 800 South Ponce at 329 as well. The Circle K at 4564 US 1 North, that's at 332. And the Circle K on 207 is at 349 this morning.
All right, Wawa's at 308, Costco at 315, Iowa City's at 318, and Hastings is at 344.
344.
Come on,
Wow.
Hastings. Get on the
Jeez.
cheap gas train here.
Yeah.
It went down over the weekend for the rest of us.
Walla said they are not playing Costco. Watch out.
If you get in trouble for going out to Hastings and trying to force them to bring their gas prices down, you will go to jail. If you go to jail, Chris Lucero will get you out of jail.
Mhm.
Just give him a call. He's available for you 24/7, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got some live music happening today and tonight as well. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Reggie Sterrett and Mark Hart at Trade Winds at 1 o'clock. Davis Cook at Pierre's Pub at 1. Muddy Marshall at Bin 39 at 2 o'clock. I like that name, Muddy Marshall. It's a very Floridian band or person name. Lauren Gilliam at the Embassy Suites at 4. Josh Tennessee Worthy at the Milltop at 4:30. Duron Baker at the Embassy Suites at 5. And Stu Weaver at Harry's at 6 o'clock.
All right.
That comes to us from Griffin Service, where your home's comfort is their top priority. They specialize. We got a new read. That's right. We have a new read for Griffin.
Oh, a fresh one.
Griffin understands that choosing the right company is important when you need AC, plumbing, or electrical services. It's also a very big decision. They help hundreds of locals right here, just like you, every single day and every single week, getting problems fixed so that you can get back to what really matters. You see them everywhere, dozens of times a week. I know I do. Those yellow and black vans, sharp vans, by the way. And when you do, it always means legendary service is on the way. If you have an AC, plumbing, or electrical problem, Griffin makes it easy. Give them a call at 904-500-2653 or visit griffinservice.com and see the Grifference. All right, we've got a Live Moss Monday. Isn't that Taco Bell slogan?
Live Moss.
Yes.
Okay.
Moss.
Live more for Monday. All right.
Okay. We've got a very smelly community that Taco Bell is planning. Very smelly community. And we will get into that right after we tell you about Fidus Roofing.
Go slow.
They smell great at Fidus Roofing. Fidus Roofing is your local go-to for 15 years. And guess what? All their peeps live right here in St. Johns County. They are master elite contractors in the hood. Oh, it's still got the Millennial Monday read. That's great.
Oh, remember when we did those?
Yeah, which means they can offer warranties that nobody else can touch. They love the community and they love you. So you're in good hands. Fidus Roofing, 904-355-ROOF.
Yo, they do pavers.
Whoa.
Hey, got us. Yeah.
All right. Taco Bell is opening an elderly retirement community so adults can live moss.
Okay.
I hope this is fake.
Me too.
I really hope this is fake.
Wow, that's going to be a gas.
That's going to be a
That's what I'm saying. It is going to smell terrible
That is gonna
throughout
be
the
nasty
entire
place.
community.
Well, it depends.
They are Troy's go-to shark joke.
Shots of Metamucil before you eat, people. I'm saying.
Taco Bell is planning on opening an elderly retirement community called the Cantinas. Apparently this is why is this a 2-day event?
Oh, you can eat and then
Everybody
they
gonna
pass.
die?
48 hours.
Yeah.
Max.
Why does this story make any sense? Why does
Okay.
this story make no sense? They're saying it's a 2-day event set for August 17th and 18th in San Diego. It offers a taste of laid-back living for people ages 21 and older. That's not a retirement community.
Oh.
I don't know. This is very confusing.
Maybe it's a trip. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a recruiting
Like, where
event
did
to
this
work at the
story
retirement.
come from? Did you read this before you
The
gave this to me? I'm not.
The highlights do not match the story.
It's just they don't.
Two stories are combined by
Well,
accident.
let's just read the rest of this. And see
Okay,
where
yeah,
it
yeah.
goes.
Let's
Maybe
just
it'll make
see.
sense
Yeah,
this weekend.
It might come together.
Yeah, let's hope so, because it's not coming together at all right now. Amid financial woes and inflation, many Americans are rethinking their retirement plans, according to an AARP survey. 20% of adults 50 and older have no retirement savings, and 61% are unsure if they'll have enough to support themselves in retirement. Taco Bell's event aims to provide an experience of a carefree retirement lifestyle, allowing younger adults to enjoy activities and amenities typically associated with retirement. Why would young people want to do
They're
this?
going to emulate the village
Yes.
for those 2 days for younger
young people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It still is a stupid idea.
Yeah.
It still is an awful idea.
Where is it at?
I'm reading the press release from Taco Bell
I
right
think
now.
it said San Diego.
Yeah.
It's California.
Yeah, right.
That's a brilliant idea in California.
They're full
Stupid
of
the
brilliant
rest of
ideas.
They're
country.
known for odd things like for marketing. I don't know.
Yeah, well, this just doesn't seem to make sense. The event features painting classes, knitting circles, old school games, low impact sports like pickleball and croquet, and an elevated dining experience with Taco Bell menu items. You know, kids are so lazy these days
Nobody wants to do this.
that maybe this is perfect. Maybe this is perfect.
You got to be
for-
21 and over, though.
Right. Well, that's still a
Because
kid.
there's
to me.
alcohol is going to be involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
God forbid.
Lodging is included
Yeah.
for full weekend memberships, though day passes are also available. Tickets for this unique getaway are somehow already sold out.
So is it like Big Brothers Big Sisters? You got like a mentor of a retiree, or like? Let me show you about life, Sonny.
Yeah. Let me tell you how it is when you get over 70.
The senior ladies are like, I want a male about 6'4", blue eyes, in finance.
It's just Biden out there showing you how to sit around and not
Notice
do
I'm
much.
not making fun of any of these people.
Because you're gonna win the contest.
Joe's going to be an instructor out there. Yeah. All right. So there you go. Still will be a smelly community. Even though it's only for 2 days. Thank God it's only for 2 days. Oof.
Tim Gauze, got to say it. Joe Biden is the guest speaker.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it.
Yeah.
Yet.
I don't even know if he knows that he's not in the race anymore.
Maybe not.
He may not know.
What did I sign?
They definitely just have a copy of his signature to put on things.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. He's signing everything, Senator.
There's no one working anymore.
Oh.
All right.
Is it after 8?
Unfortunate news, a 2-story St. Augustine home was destroyed by a 2-alarm fire.
Oh, no.
Firefighter was hospitalized Friday after battling a 2-alarm fire in St. Augustine. That's according to the St. Johns County Fire Rescue. The fire occurred at 272 St. John's Golf Drive. It was reported that upon arrival, they found heavy fire coming from the garage area of the 2-story house, which had spread to the second floor. Crews conducted a rapid search and confirmed that no occupants were inside. That's great. The firefighter was injured by falling debris and has since been released from the hospital. That's great to hear, with minor injuries. The fire department determined that the blaze was caused by a charging golf cart. This is not the first time we've heard this.
Yep.
Left plugged in with a lithium battery.
They explode, right?
Due to the heavy fire involvement, crews initially had to fight the fire from outside. Once the majority of the fire was controlled, they re-entered the home to fully extinguish it. Yeah, man, we've heard golf carts. There was even a Tesla not too long ago that exploded in the garage, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
After just charging too long. Charge it up and unplug it.
That's it.
You got to set an alarm because you guys would forget.
I would forget. This is
Yeah.
why I don't have a golf cart. Also, I'm poor. That's another good reason.
Another
why I don't
good
have a golf
reason.
cart.
Yeah.
No, I usually don't charge my e-bikes unless I'm home.
Yeah, you have things.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I don't charge much unless I'm home. I really don't.
You're a person that like unplugs everything when you leave.
I do.
Right? Yeah.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Are you like
Yeah.
toaster everything? Like microwave
Yeah.
all of it? Wow.
Because of a story, actually, that Rick told me when he was in college. He said, and Rick, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but said he was charging his laptop and like came home just as it was like about to burst into flames, the charger. Do you remember
It
this?
was shooting flames out. Apple actually reimbursed me and gave me some gift certificates and all that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Shooting flames out of his charger as he was getting home.
They gave
So-
you gift certificates? I'd have lawyered right up. I'd have said, no,
They
thank
were trying
you.
to stop that from happening.
That could have been your pathway to success. You could have been the next Spielberg. Rick, call me when these things happen. Don't take the gift certificates, guys.
But I do like fried apples. I'm not gonna lie. So fried
Okay.
apples.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay.
It was grilled.
It was grilled.
It was grilled.
All right. Grilled apples, much different thing. All right.
That's scary AF, though. Now I'm going to start unplugging stuff.
Yeah, man. All right, moving on. St. Johns County Clerk's Office to hold a Passport Saturday event on August 3rd. St. Johns County Clerk of the Circuit Court and Comptroller is hosting a special Passport Saturday event. These have been pretty successful, as I understand. On August 3rd from 8:30 to 1:30 at the Richard O. Watson Judicial Center, the courthouse right here in St. Johns County. They aim to make passport applications more convenient for those planning to travel. Clerk designee John Rundgren said, well, Brandon Patty, I believe, is on deployment. Is that correct?
Yes.
We recognize the challenges of coordinating schedules for passports during regular business hours. Holding this Passport Saturday event is our way, they say, of making the process easier and more convenient for local families. The recording department will be open to accept and review applications for the first-time passports. New passports for those for whose previous passport was issued more than 15 years ago. minors under 16, or for those whose passport was lost, stolen, or damaged. Other passports must be renewed by mail using the DS-82 form available at travel.state.gov. Anyone traveling internationally, including infants, must have a passport book, and every applicant for a new passport must appear in person regardless of age. Current processing times for the U.S. Department of State is 6 to 8 weeks, and that usually comes in right at 8 weeks for routine service, and 2 to 3 weeks for expedited services.
And you can't travel if your passport expires in less than 6 months.
Right. It can't be. You're right.
They won't let you go.
That almost happened to me.
They just won't go, oh, no, you're within 6 months. We can't let you do it.
Right. It's a thing. You got to make sure you have plenty of slag.
For more information about required documents, fees, and acceptable forms of payment, please visit stjohnsclerk.com/passports.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good thing they do. It's pretty easy to get your passport, but it can be tough for people to make it there during the week. So it's great to have it on Saturdays. August 3rd will again be that date from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So it's not all day. Just keep that in mind.
I just renewed my TSA pre-check membership.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 5-year thing. You got to make sure you stay up on that too.
Is that expensive to do?
$70.
That's not bad.
No, it's amazing. I mean, if you're going to avoid a line, that's a great investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you don't. I don't do it.
I don't do that either.
I do it.
So how does that work with pre-check?
You just get a fancy. It's just quicker, and you're already like pre-checked from a lot of. Do you still have to go through the scanners and all that stuff? Not as much, to be honest with you, because you're pre-checked. You're already they already looked at you.
I love that. I love that a terrorist can just pay.
The part you don't have to do this.
Right. Yeah. Walk through the metal, but you don't have to do the.
That's great that terrorists can just pay $70.
Well, there's a litany of things you have to go through. It's not just fill out the paperwork. It's they do a background check on you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that would be good. All right. Troy, how do you want to check the comments?
I will march through the major and minor comments offered by the multiple members of the 904 Now News.
Marvelous. As you do that, I will tell our marvelous members that Baytude and Floyd is not your average local insurance company. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing that for over 50 years. Christy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier agent, and she offers complimentary policy reviews and has a deep understanding of insurance and what is needed in St. Augustine to be properly insured. Her attention to detail, and organizational skills have found policy errors and cost savings where others have not. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, to schedule an appointment. And, of course, our great friends at BNS Signs as well. Every single person in this room uses BNS Signs. And you can have confidence that they will treat you just as good as they treat us. They do great products, whether you're looking for LED signs, whether you need work on your billboards, they do a lot of stuff for the Jacksonville Shrimp and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Small stuff, even like lawn signs and business cards.
Yes, exactly. A lot of the political yard signs you see out there have been done by our friends at BNS Signs.
Real estate signs?
Real estate signs, yeah, that's another good one. Business cards, all that stuff, man. They can help you out with all of that. And if you're not great at designing things, Shauna is amazing at designing things.
So good. Yeah. Great shout out for her.
Not just the best face painter in town.
No.
Right.
Gee, she's better than a bounce house.
There it is.
Better than a
Love
bounce
her.
There it is. Visit BNS Signs or call 904-824-3323. What you got, Mr. Blevins?
All right, we had a lot of fry talk out there.
I bet.
A lot of fry talk early on. And then the VP's, her laugh, which is very, very cutting.
Yeah,
we're trying to
very cutting. That's a nice way of saying it.
Very cutting, and we're trying to figure if it was a hyena or if it's just a cackle. There was
Gets
a lot
compared
of
to a hyena a lot.
A lot of VP laugh talk.
Yeah,
and a lot of people said all they charge is their phone, which is low voltage and is safe.
Yeah. Okay.
And Rebecca BNS has not made it to blimps yet, but I'm sure they could if you had a blimp that needed a sign on it.
If you had
I'm
a blimp that needed to be wrapped or,
So-
yeah.
Don't get any ideas, Rebecca.
I love blimps.
Rebecca getting ideas. I'm getting ideas.
No, we have no place to keep a blimp.
I love blimps.
Says you.
No,
How about the
at
toy
our
box,
house.
Rick?
At our house, we have no place to keep
Oh.
a blimp.
Oh,
you
you can
guys
tether
don't.
it above. You're fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mike Lewis wouldn't mind if I put one more giant vehicle in his parking lot.
Blimp might be the line. That
Might be the
might
line.
be the
I'll
line.
park it
I
on
don't
the roof,
know.
Mike. I'll park it on the roof.
If you had Mike's face on it, though, maybe we'd be okay.
It's the A.D. Davis blimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about Stoidum Stat?
All right, Stoidemstead on this day in 2003 is the day Jessica Lynch came back as a hero. Yeah, there was a lot of stories and a lot of hype with it, and we find out later, Jessica, when she tells her story, like the U.S. tells this story like she was like this Lady Rambo.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
And she was like, I was unconscious, and they were,
Yeah.
they took me to she was all banged up.
Yeah.
She had broken bones and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where the U.S., glad she came back safe. She seems to be a wonderful woman, and she was completely honest about it with her story.
But the
It's just
propaganda
the
around
propaganda
that.
that
Yeah.
hyped, her coming back. So still a wonderful veteran story, and she made it back home safely.
And that's the best part of the story.
Yeah, that's the best part of the story. But
And the
what
only
US
true part of the story.
what the U.S.
apparently.
government was trying to do, and she never told those lies.
Right.
It was
right.
just
It was the government.
telling the
Yeah.
lies on her, and she actually came out with a book that actually told the truth.
Mm.
Well, good on her too, because I mean, that's honesty is tough it can be tough for a lot of people in that situation when you're getting just national and global accolades for being a huge hero to come out and say, actually,
It's not fair to the other people that lost their lives in her
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
And she was very honorable with the people that she was with. I mean, she's
Yeah.
like, hey, these guys were there too, but good for her. So
Yeah.
good American.
all right, Stoidum Stat, of course, brought to you by St. Augie's Pizza. Get out there tomorrow. They're not open on Monday, so get out there tomorrow and get in your pizza fixed. My favorite pizza in town. Plugs, Troy.
Hey, just start your week right. It's Monday.
All right. Davey?
All right, St. Augustine Nights. We're celebrating 40 years of St. George Tavern with Pat today. They got some big announcements and some big surprises coming up.
All right, cool. And I will tell you to go to thefloridamangames.com. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the boys in the booth. We'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Bye-bye.